don't know that they could ever have imagined how busy life would get 200 years later. On the 19th of December in 1824, the Hume and Hovell expedition were now on their return journey. They crossed back over the Arndell River, which is where they killed one of their bullocks to use for food and to make moccasins out of the skin, because 4 of the men no longer had shoes. Hovell wrote in his journal, "Here we stopped to kill a bullock which we found impossible to take any further. Poor old Captain had been our leader the whole distance coming. From having to make a road for the others, besides carrying his load, the great change of feed, and above all the cold weather, which he felt very severely and which had struck to his limbs, he became at last unable to walk." Both the Deer Park and St Albans monuments commemorate this day of the journey. There's another Hovell tree clone at the Deer Park monument. That's the Deer Park Memorial behind me. And now it's just on a corner of a really busy intersection with a dilapidated school. But actually quite a beautiful little bit of landscaping around the monument itself. The St Albans monument now stands beside the Keilor Plains train station. And when I reached there, I was greeted by Richard of the Sydenham and District Historical Society, along with other members of the society, Brimbank City Councillors, the Mayor, and staff from the local member of St Albans, who were commemorating the centenary of the cairn being built. The painting in this photo is of the cairn with the ghostly figures of Hume and Hovell on horseback, and is by St Albans artist Pino Calati. After my visit to the St Albans monument, Neil from the Historical Society, who's also spokesperson for the Friends of Yaluk Barring, took me for a quick tour to Yaluk Barring, where the Friends group hold working bees to help conserve the remnant grassland and woodland.
I'm Neil Hunnish, and I've lived in around Taylor's Lakes, or Sydenham, now for about 20 years. Sydenham Park, as this has been named for years, is now called Yaluk Barring. So Yaluk Barring is walk along the waterways.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful
Is
name.
that Wurundjeri?
Yeah, it's Wurundjeri.
Okay.
If we look down in the valley here, this is Jackson's Creek, and that's flowing from Mount Macedon.
Okay.
Jackson's Creek flows all the way down around the valley there, and Deep Creek from Lancefield is coming from the north. So flowing towards us south, and joins with the Jackson's Creek. Now Jackson's Creek was called the Saltwater River. And the Saltwater River, on a lot of the maps I've got, shows where the Maribyrnong, the confluence. So the confluence of the Maribyrnong is Jackson's Creek and Deep Creek. And that's just absolutely a beautiful waterways to see those 3 rivers. It's about a 1.5 or 2 kilometre walk. And it's just a beautiful walk along the valley. Now over the other side of the valley there, or the Maribyrnong River, is Melbourne Airport land. So we can hear an aircraft in the background. So this area was farmland. So the Robinsons family, so the homestead over here was the Robinsons family. This whole area has got a cultural heritage management plan, a CHUMP.
Oh, that's good.
And the CHUMP is because there were a lot of Aboriginal artefacts that were found over the years that gone by. And there's been quite a few areas that have been, taped off. So there's a no dig policy around a lot of this area. The Friends of Yaluk Barring, we're only a very new group. The original group was the Friends of Sydenham Park. So we did a few working bees. So we did there's been a lot of tree planting.
And what made you join the Friends of Yaluk Barring?
Because I love outdoors. I'm passionate about, just native grasslands and space. But I think, look, the main reason, Karen, is that my grandchildren, they need to be educated. They need to understand about what is native grass, what is weed, but just kangaroos. I mean, we've got so many kangaroos and rock wallabies in this area.
Yeah.
And we also believe in the rivers we've got platypus, and there's been some sightings of some platypus.
Yeah, okay.
So the Cunningham skink is what we see here.
That's great.
Friends of Yaluk Barring probably have done 2 working bees, and one of them was removing all the core flutes. This whole area of native plants was done part of the project for the park.
Yeah.
But this was just massive, those green plastic core flutes. So they've all come off. Some of the plants have started to mature.
Great.
But we want this area to be, you know, the future of it. It's where families and children could come along and do planting.
And it's great that it's grasses as well.
Yeah, and grasses.
So it just shows you that you can redevelop what was grazing land, bring back natural area, and also create something for tourism and people to enjoy the space.
This is where Virginia Councillor Tarkos is saying this would be so good for children to come in and do educational sessions on native grasslands and conservation. And then you could show them a shearing shed. Yeah. These could have all machinery and that, you know, on display. And then, of course, you've got your little cafe.
Oh, there's 3 parrots in there. 4. Wow.